Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we are doing the sign of air sign. Now, air sign is Libra, Aquarian, and Gemini. And sometimes, just sometimes, you may have placements in other star signs. We're not wholly the sun sign that we're born into, so the day that we're born predicts the star sign we are, but the hour we are born can predict a rising or ascendant star sign, which for me is Aries. I've got heavy fire in my chart. Aries, the go-getter, the emperor. Aries likes to be number one. I was always number one when it came to sales in my department in Clarence in Brisbane. And I'm a go-getter, and I liked the challenge. I liked the competition because I want to fight for my right to be who I am. And then we've got three placements in water, which I've got Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So I've got extreme emotional, intuitive abilities that I don't think anyone knew about as a child. I think I hid them extremely well because I didn't know what they were either. I was sleepwalking at the age of 2. I was acting out what I was seeing in my sleep. Now, kids usually lose that ability to intuitively see future events at such a young age, the age of 2. They shut that down by the age of 7. That's what I read somewhere. Because they've got told that it's all just in their head, it's make-believe, it's whatever it is. Not me. I never shut it off. I have a Gemini placement, a huge Gemini trined placement with Aquarius, which gives me that ability to be a big child, a big kid. And being a big kid, you're open to things. You're open to certain entities, unfortunately, good and bad. So people were trying to attack me at a very young age. And sleepwalking was not fun. Because I was actually trying to run away from the monster that was coming for me before he even arrived. He turned up when I was 7. He was my stepfather. He had his own demons. I've since gotten over it to an extent. I haven't forgiven him. But yeah, I understand why he was the way he was and why he tried to attack me. So the first card I've pulled is the King of Coins. Again, I've got the lantern over here from my Auntie Linda, who's a Virgo. The King of Coins, yeah, is representative of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. They are very good at resources. They're good at being structured. They're good at putting their money in order, their finances in order. They don't like surprises. They like to know what's happening next. They could map their whole day out according to a routine that they have had going on since they were very young. And if you're a single person, you probably do well by being single because you can structure your routine around what you want to do rather than someone else's routine. So it's very hard to let someone else in once you're used to structure. King of Coins is the one that is the king of the PTA. He's at the PTA committees. He's taking the rubbish out. He's on the road. He's with his kids. Where's your husband? Where's your wife? Oh, she's doing a PTA committee, blah, blah, blah. She's volunteering at Lifeline. These people are very, very busy. They value people. They are the salt of the earth. They are very practical. And they don't like sharing money or assets with others. The next card I got, and this is the recent past, and I'm going to read this from this deck by The Lover's Path by Chris Waldorf, is the Six of Arrows. Now the Six of Arrows, 6 weeks ago, you may have been going through something that was very upsetting. I'm going to think it's like an emotional upset. Yeah, because there's water involved. She's on a boat. She's got 6 freaking swords in a boat. So, you know, I got 6 weeks in a leaky boat. Remember that song? Yeah. Men at Work, Australian band. So it's saying that you were defensive, cautious, self-protective, feeling vulnerable, the ability to defend oneself in a difficult situation, need for caution and examination. Sometimes it's paranoia. You can overthink stuff. And then you've got here Judgment card. Now Judgment is about you feeling judged. Maybe you felt judged when you were younger, or you still feel judged. You're in a small town where people judge everyone, which I think is really crap. And I, in fact, didn't realise I was judging people too. I worked at Lifeline, and I met this one person, and I thought she was a whatever, gossip, pain in the ass. Turns out she has a heart of gold, and I didn't realise because I prejudged her. Because I'm so scared of being judged myself that I'm trying to navigate and read the room so I can figure out if you're someone I have to be careful of as well. Can you imagine living like that? Can you imagine where I don't have time to switch off my psychic ability because I'm trying to protect myself because I have to read a room? That's how I operate. So judgment is 20. There we go. Choices, passages, and changes. A choice that must be made. Sometimes between higher, I'm going to turn it off. Sometimes it is, and I already knew that phone was going to go off because I've got that sense. This card is, a choice must be made between higher and lower impulses. Passage into the next phase of life, self-knowledge. Yeah, this is in the past. So 6 weeks ago you were trying to figure out what you want to do with the next 50 years of your life, maybe. Four of Cups is severe depression. I'm going to pause it right. And so we've got Four of Cups. Taking something, I'm going to turn my phone off, actually, that'll work better. The Four of Cups is to do with dissatisfaction, overindulgence or boredom, taking something for granted, love, talents, beauty, need for a more authentic life, re-evaluation of a relationship that feels superficial. Yeah, this was like 4 months ago. So 4 months ago, 6 weeks ago, you were going through something traumatic, as in not feeling supported and like everything was falling around behind your ears, and you were being judged harshly by others, and you were probably judging others as well. But 4 months ago, you were feeling disappointed, sad, pessimistic, and focusing on the negatives rather than the positives. Okay, then we've got here, because this card reading's different to most, then it goes 11 to 13, which I just did. Then we go from left to right. So the first card I pulled, and I put the rose quartz, the love, is the Three of Cups. Now the Three of Cups is celebration. Oh well, we've got Christmas. Joy, happy reunions, great satisfaction, peace between family generations or enemies, a celebration involving women. So you may be part of a group that meets up. I used to be part of an empowerment group that was part of Got Your Sister Back. And they were made up of women that were facing domestic violence, and I used to attend the meetings because I escaped from a domestic violence situation with my ex-partner and ex-acquaintance. And so I was getting some help with that and how to set boundaries, which I've just switched my phone off. Set a boundary. I'm not available right now. Please call back when I am available, but right now I'm not because I'm doing these readings. And this is what you have to do with people that don't understand boundary setting. I never did before, I'm just learning how to do it. Justice. Before that, Eight of Coins. You may be embarking on a role in a job where you have to learn on the job. So it could be like a traineeship where you do part on the job training and you do part going to school, doing a TAFE course to do the job. And then you're assessed by what you do. And that's a really good way to learn. I find I'm a hands-on person, and I like to study, but I also like to then practice what I've studied. So the Eight of Coins is talent, compensation, work, fair payment, and this is in the next 8 years. This is going to be the next 8 years you're going to do this. Meeting deadlines, developing talents for the marketplace, working with integrity and discipline. We're in a full moon right now. I got told we were in, let me think, it's a cold moon, and we're on the eve of it. It's tomorrow. This cold moon. My auntie Nicole was born tomorrow. It's her birthday. So coins, years. In the next 8 years, you're going to go on some type of big transition. It could be with the legal justice department. I'm sensing strongly social justice with someone who wants to either be a lawyer, child protection officer, youth worker, something that helps kids in desperate need that need some type of guidance is what I'm getting. I'm guessing it's the justice community. You may go back to do law. You may have always wanted to do law, and you've never had the time because you were too busy raising children. So this is your time. You're still young enough and fit enough to do it. Go and do it. I say go do it. Justice. So we've got here justice. I'm going to find, which is the law card, right? Penelope and Odysseus. I've got to find it now. Here we go. Justice. Justice, wisdom, fairness, detachment. Yeah. It talks about the story of Penelope and Odysseus is told in Homer's Odyssey. Through Odysseus had been gone for 10 long years. Penelope waited loyally for his return. However, she was overwhelmed with suitors who wished to fill the empty place in her marital bed. Through her cleverness, she managed to delay the advances. Pretending to be a new suitor, Odysseus won a contest. Penelope had devised and slew all the suitors before claiming his wife anew. Justice will be done. Confident patience need for a more detached viewpoint of a troublesome situation. Oh, that's good. I'm going to get my justice. Then we've got in the future reading, and I put an acorn as representing Earth. There's my stick that I use, selenite, which amplifies whatever I'm trying to get in contact. Ace of Coins is a nest egg that maybe you have or someone else has put aside for you for future in case you need it. Maybe you weren't good with money, or they were scared you were going to fritter it away, so they put it in a trust fund for you. On the anniversary of their death, then you can access it. I'm getting it's time to their death. Do you then inherit it? Maybe they don't think you're mentally fit enough to inherit it. Maybe they judged you. I got the judgment card in the past. They judged you based on people's assumptions of you and observations of you which were incorrect because you were under the influence of something that someone put in your drink. Hello, when you went on these dates and then lost all respect and then they put you in a psych ward because they thought you were crazy. That would be me. Because they were actually wrong because I was just a psychic medium and predicted COVID. Hello. My only person that actually believed me was my psychologist, Mrs. Dr. Melissa Clare. We were crying on the phone. I was at university. I was in a shelter. I managed to get a roof over my head by studying law in action. She was the only one that believed me. And then when it all fell and it came out and we're on the phone, FaceTime. Back then it was Skype, something like that, till they changed it. We were on the phone with Skype. We're both crying, going, I can't believe everything I said actually came true. I said to her, did you tell the right authorities? Did you tell the higher ups? Because I asked you to. She said, oh, yes, I did. I said, is that why we got the vaccinations quicker? She didn't answer that question, but I'm guessing that's why we did. We got the second biggest country to get vaccinations after Italy because they were worst hit. We got the second in line. So, thank you, Melissa Clare, for believing in me. I still talk to her today. She's a trusted advisor. We've got the Ace of Coins. Yeah. No, sorry, just got to find it. Yeah. Fertility. This is the one that you're interested in. They've got money. They've got good fortune. They're contented in their personal life. They are a younger earth sign. They are a Prince of Coins. They are, at the moment, quite happy in their life. They're doing what they want to do. I don't know what they're doing, but they're happy in what they're doing. So in the next year, you're going to come into some money. They're going to come into some money. In the next 9 months, you're going to be extremely happy. 9 of Cups. I'm going to find it. Here we go. Ecstasy, granting of wishes, sensuality, joyful sensuality, reunion with a loved one. Some consider this card to be the wish card, meaning a wish will be granted if it appears in a reading. And I had a vision 2 nights ago, because I'm a psychic medium, about my son who had this green ribbon around a chair. The chair is a loss, so someone in our family is going to pass away. But the green ribbon represents a wish. So he's going to get his wish. He's also got a Taurus in his chart. So this could be either your partner that you're going to meet that's younger than you, or your son who's got Taurus heavily placed in his chart. He's going to be granted this wish that he really wants. This lump sum of money is going to come to him through an inheritance, or the guy that you're interested in is going to benefit from an inheritance. He's actually coming up as a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn younger male, who's very methodical. He sits in the deck of the what's it called? Doreen Virtue Radley Valentine. That deck, the Prince of Coins, is as a younger earth sign. He sits on this leaf and he floats down the stream. I'm going to try and find the imagery so I can show you. He floats down this stream. There it is. He floats down a stream on this leaf, this maple leaf, and he's the slowest moving prince in the deck. He's not an idiot like the Prince of Swords that rushes in where angels fear to tread or doesn't see the forest from the trees. He's not that person. He's the one that sails along on his leaf with his beautiful golden orb. The orb is his brain, right? It's his mind. He's got this amazing sense of his intelligence is off the chart. However, he does not make decisions lightly. He's going to be slow moving towards you. This new person coming in that's interested in you will not just take leaps and bounds. He's going to analyse you, read every book he knows about people like you, make sure that you are trustworthy first and foremost, because he doesn't trust people at all. Maybe you have trust issues too, so that's a good thing. And then you understand where he's coming from. Next card I pulled is the Three of Staves. So the next three, I'm going to say, Wands. Wands is fire, creativity. The next 3 days, you're going to hear news of work. Hopefully, that will be really cool, because I'm looking for work right now just to pay the bills. And it's saying, I'm about to pull apart a huge storage unit. I can't wait. I'm going to give and donate most of the stuff to charity, as in I work for Lifeline. We're in desperate need for kids' clothes that are boys from the age of, I'm going to say 10 and up. And then I'm going to empty out the crockery, the kitchen, taking what I actually feel is sentimental value, and the rest I'm going to donate to Nova for Women, because I want to shut the storage unit down. If the fridge is working, I'm not sure whether to keep it or not, because I may need it myself, because I'm in temporary accommodation right now. I was homeless. And yes, I like to help people, but I may need this fridge for myself. So I'm not about to give it away if it's actually working. It's a fully functional fridge that I paid for myself. The Three of Staves is an enterprise about to culminate in success. The ability to transform goals into realistic action. You're waiting for news on a job. Focused activity. So it's saying good news is coming in your way. Then you've got the best card in the deck, the Eight of Staves. This is flight. This is movement. This is the arrows of love. This is your future person. So the person that's interested in you is an earth sign who's got a lot of wealth but issues. The one that you like, it's coming in, is a prince of staves or a princess of staves, which is Sagittarian, Leo, or Aries. But the Eight of Staves, that's in 8 days' time. That's correct. 8 days' time. In 8 days' time, yeah, make sure I've got the timeline right. In 8 days' time, you're going to have sudden communication, movement, release, quickness and suddenness, unknown information finally released that makes sense. You're going to be privy to some information that you weren't privy to before. The Princess of Staves is new ideas, communication, enthusiasm. Important communications need to listen to inspiration, and an inexperienced young person who may be very passionate but not very experienced. So someone's going to look to you for advice on a situation. Maybe you have knowledge of the law. You may have studied real estate, because again, anything to do with coins is about real estate, solidarity, permanence. You may have the knowledge on how to advise a parent on how to defend themselves against someone who's trying to take advantage of them. because you have the legal knowledge on your side. I've got a diploma in real estate, a statement of diploma in real estate, I'll correct that, and it wasn't easy to accomplish. I got high distinctions in law, property law, but I don't know much about strata, but I'm going to go find out, because I'm going to go talk to someone at Legal Aid and get some advice, and then I'm going to go from there and fight for my mum. I don't trust the person that lives next door to her, and I don't think she's got my mother's best interests at heart. And because I know the law, I know I can then look it up for her or go in there on her behalf and act as her on her behalf. So the next deck we're going to pull is the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish, artwork by Selena Fennick. It's beautiful artwork, by the way. It's the reason why I bought this. Why I bought this deck is the artwork. I'm just going to move all those cards aside because I've got a leaking air conditioner that has to be fixed. It's a problem. I don't know. I can fix it. I can YouTube it on how to fix it myself. Apparently it's up to me to do that. But I don't have a chair or a footstool or a ladder to get to it to actually flush it out and stop it from leaking. Interesting how I pulled that. I'm not going to use it though, because that was for water signs, not for this is air we're doing. I pulled water again. I've still got water in my brain, obviously I'm picking up water. We've got the Riddle Fisher. Something hidden yet to be revealed. My son, who's a Scorpion, I've got Scorpio, as I said, Cancer and Pisces in the chart, could always find my keys when I couldn't find them, because he could see it in his mind's eye, in his third eye. Not as in visually, he could sense it. He could see a picture of exactly where it was in the house. When I couldn't find them, he could find them for me. That was my son. Okay, no, not taking that one. Yes, taking that one. Green Man's Bride. You've got someone with wedding fever on the brain. I don't know. You've been maybe put through some hoops, ran through some legalities. People may have not actually trusted you at first, and now they do. All systems are green. All systems are go. Yeah, because you have premonitions and you see things before they happen. First they were a bit dubious. They thought you were a charlatan. I'm thinking someone in the community in the vicinity of that is the one that's interested in you thought you were a charlatan. They've now begun to realise that everything you said has actually come true, and they can actually tick it off from their box of timeline. I actually write down every premonition I've ever had, and I date it, time it, and draw pictures about it as well, because I'm a visual creature and I'm a clairvoyant. Clairvoyants see things before they happen and hear things before they happen. So if I've drawn it and dated it, because I saw it and heard it, then it will happen. And I can set my clock by it. I had a vision 20 effing years ago, I'm not swearing you, effing years ago, of a situation that happened 20 years ago, but then it happened. You can't predict a 20-year vision, but I did. And I always see things long before they happen. So the Riddle Fisher, let's just get into it, right? We're into 24 minutes. I can't hold up any more time. 3. 3 is creativity. It's also creation. So if you see spiders around you, trust me, there's a lot of creation happening right now. Maybe you need to draw, sing, create, social media, paint, sing, draw, create, knit. So, time to seek out the help of the fairy realm to find what is lost, recovering lost memories, past life readings and issues coming to the surface, going through the emotional waters that are deep and knowing it is safe to do so, feeling your feelings and knowing their wisdom. Searching for an answer, water divining, using pendulums and finding clues to quandaries. The pendulum I use is off a keyring my mum gave me. That's a moonstone. And you hang a thread off it through the little, and then you swing it over an area if you're trying to locate someone. if they've disappeared. Which I can do if I need to. Water divining. And I watched a series called The Ghost Whisperer. Jennifer Hewitt, I can't think of her name, Jennifer, who used to sing as well. Let me just turn my phone back on. She was at Party of Five. I can't remember now. Let me just turn the phone on because I can't remember her name. If I Google it, I'll find it. Stop recording now so I can. This is my last bit. Anyway, I think it's Jennifer Love Hewitt. I think that's her name. She does this show called Ghost Whisperer, and she says that energy, as in dead people, can come through water and through air. Which makes sense. I had a vision about my ex-partner that died back in 2019 when I was near a fountain. I had a vision of Brandon Lee that passed away through an accident. I was sitting near a fountain that day. He came directly at me. Back in 2020, I have no idea why, but he was there. So, yeah, they can come through water. So it's saying here, you're searching for answers, and the fairy's searching for your answers too. They love your puzzles and will find things and answers and pieces of information that you will put the current jigsaw, which I was about to buy for my nephew, and my two sons, into a meaningful picture for you. Come at this time. Allow this fairy to go to the search for you, but you may not find the answers you were looking for, but you will find what is right for you. Then we've got Green Man's Bride, which I pulled, which I was shocked at. Sacred union, commitment, ceremony, maturing into a deep relationship with a fire sign is what I picked up. It's 38. Yep. This one is, there may be a wedding, an engagement, a betrothal, a hand fasting or commitment ceremony coming up for two people who are in love and who are ready to take the next step into their future as loving, wise partners joined in sacred union. Extension of family, pondering children and growth together, contemplating the direction of a relationship and its future. When this takes place, the joy of the commitment between the lovers extends to fertility and to the land, the turning of the seasons. They say that there's masculine and feminine energy in order to produce crops. Blessings on earth and great joy amongst the fairy folk, for they rejoice in love. Now the balance of masculine and feminine returns with this commitment to honour the other and to give and receive in love with honour in sacred space. Work with the sacred oil, spikenard. When this card comes up, as it represents the exchange and honouring between masculine and feminine, the sacred union of partners deeply in love and devoted, the proposal to develop a lineage, kindred ancestors of the future, and a new kind of family based on loving equality and honouring physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. But yeah, so you guys will get along physically, mentally, and spiritually, and they've never come across anything like you before. They don't even know what to do with you. I think they're kind of in shock. And some of them have gotten to so much shock that they've had to walk away from a position at their job because they felt an attraction to you and they've never felt it before in their life. And maybe they were involved with someone who didn't know what to do about that situation. Maybe they're still involved with that person. They may be married with children and they don't know how to jump out of one into another because they don't want to hurt that person who's the mother or the father of their children. We can work with different genders here. Yeah, this card can signify a return to source, a sense of needing to rewrite the soul contract, changing and moving into a new stage of life, a new incarnation. In order to make sense of these feelings, you may need to be alone and in the dark to work something out. Receiving messages clearly and strongly, hesitant to act on them, waiting patiently for more information, seeking connection in the night sky when we see other constellations and galaxies, and understanding your own stardust self and origins, thinking a great deal about off-earth matters, about life in the universe, and wondering whether there are galactic beings connecting with you, visions and dreams of these beings and off-world communities and civilizations, light being connections, ascended master connections, clues as to what will happen but lacking absolute clarity, means you are feeling you must pin it down to follow your instinct. Yeah, I used to get visions and impressions from someone that passed over 50 years ago, Joe DiMaggio. Used to appear to me at 11 o'clock every day when I lived in Bryant Street. No idea why. I don't know the connection. Just know he used to appear to me daily. And that was the time he used to come through. So when I used to get my strongest impressions, I still get them, is between 11 and 1. That's the gateway of when 11 is a gateway. 2 posts that you've got to pass through. 2 posts. That's the gateway that opens a portal. We've just gone through 11, and then we went through the 12th of the 12th, which is another portal. So we've got gateways and ways that people can come back from the dead to come and give us messages, because we've got this special number, the 12th of the 12th, 20 and 24. It's a portal, it's a number. 11 is a number and a portal. If you happen to be born on the 11th, you happen to be born on, 11, as in your number adds up to 11, or you're the 11th, like my son was, at 11:45, gateway can come through. That's all I have for you today.